Hi, welcome to the warm-up portion of our workouts. And this warm-up you're going to do before each strength training session. So there are 3 strength training sessions as a part of your program, and this is the warm-up that you're going to do for each of them. So I'm actually going to do a follow-along warm-up. There are just a few exercises to get the heart rate up, and it's imperative that you do the warm-up prior to each strength training session. So I'm going to take you through, and you can follow along for each of the workouts with this warm-up. And each exercise is 10 repetitions. So I'm going to have Jeanette come on over. And the first exercise that we're going to do is just marching in place. So we're going to march in place, getting the knees up, starting to swing the arms. And you can do that for about a 10 count, or 10 on each side. So nice and high, focusing on the breathing, letting that oxygen come in, and getting the blood flowing. And that's the whole point of a warm-up. We're going to start to bridge the gap between rest and activity. Okay, and that's 10. And now, Jeanette, I'm going to have you reach down, and you're going to grab your toes with the knees bent, and you're going to slowly stand up and sit back down. So sit to stand, and this is actively stretching the backs of the legs. And you just want to be careful not to overstretch. Some people might be a little bit more flexible than others. That's normal. And each rep you should feel like you're able to get a little bit more of a stretch, and that's exactly what we want. So if you can't straighten the knees all the way, that's okay. Just do the best you can. Take it nice and slow. Focus on your breathing. And we're going to go through 2 more. Big stretch in the hamstrings. And last one. Good. Okay. And moving on, the next exercise we're going to do to continue our warm-up is a wall reach. So you don't actually need a wall to do this. So I'm going to have you, Jeanette, pretend that there's a wall in front of you, and you're literally going to walk your hands all the way up to the ceiling and all the way back down. So as you can see, Jeanette, I'm just going to move you forward a little bit. She's going to stretch all the way up and create a nice open space in her spine. And then you're going to come right back down. So you kind of look like a mime. Pretend wall in front of you. Now, if you have a wall and you have the space, you can do this against a wall, but the most important thing is that you're going to extend all the way up. And let's go again. Big stretch. So we're actively engaging all of the muscles that surround the shoulder joint. This tends to be an area that we're very tight. And same thing coming back down. So it should take you about 5 hand steps up and 5 hand steps down for a total of 10. Excellent. Moving on, we're going to actively stretch the hips a little bit and the ankles. So what I'm going to have you do is you're just going to take a big step back and try and plant your heel on the floor, and then back to the center, and then same thing other side. So you're going to bend your front knee, and you're going to keep your back knee straight, and you're going to give yourself about 2 feet to step back, and trying to get the back heel to touch the ground. Good. So you're actually going to keep this leg straight and bend this front leg. That a girl. So you're stretching down the back of the leg, and now same thing other side. So when you do this, ladies, you should feel a nice big stretch. You might feel this in the back of the thigh. You might feel it behind your knee. You might feel it all the way down into the ankle, and that's okay. That's what we want. And you're going to do 5 on each side for a total of 10 reps. So I'm going to have Jeanette work through just a couple more here. And with the warm-up, you go at your own pace. As you get more used to these activities, you can move a little bit faster. You can get a little bit deeper into the stretch. But everything is active. We're trying to get the heart rate up. We save static stretching for the end of a workout when we're trying to cool down. Good. Excellent. As you can see, Jeanette's getting a little bit more of a stretch, and hopefully you are too. I'm going to try 1 more each side. Beautiful. And last one to the left. Hopefully you guys are following along. And we've got 1 more warm-up exercise that we're going to do, and then you guys are ready for your strength training workout. The last exercise we're going to do is a windmill. So I want you to imagine just that your arms are going to act as a windmill. You're going to reach up to the ceiling with your right arm, and you're going to reach down to the floor with your left arm, and you're going to turn your torso. So you're going to bend the knees and bend the hips, turn the torso, reach down, and then come up, and then you're going to switch, same thing. Now reach the left arm up, right arm to the floor. And you're going to turn your torso, look up toward that left hand, and now switch. And just picture that windmill. Good. Now make sure that as you go through this, that you're bending at the knees, bending at the hips, just like Jeanette here. That way you're not placing any unnecessary strain on the back or on your knees. Everything that you do as you go through your warm-up should feel comfortable. You should be starting to break a little bit of a sweat. If you haven't yet, that's okay. Good. Excellent. So you're going to go for 5 on each side, a total of 10 reps. Let's get 2 more, and then you guys are going to be ready for your workout. Good. And 1 more to the left. Big stretch. Excellent. All right. So now we're pretty warmed up, and on the next video, we're going to do day 1, Hello Core, for our first strength training session.